What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about the 3 times the mask slips and how the narcissists lose control. Now, 3 times the mask will slip is, of course, the first time you realize that they are a narcissist. The first time you realize that there's a problem. There's something wrong with them, and it's something that you just cannot ignore and you refuse to ignore. That's the first time the mask will slip. And a lot of times that causes trauma within a person. It caused trauma with me. It's something that I'll never forget. It's something that will always play in the back of my mind. That was the start of it all, with me cutting ties with the narcissist when I first seen, the face behind the mask. The second time that the mask will slip, well, a lot of times it'll slip when you confront them, which I'm not advising anyone to confront a narcissist unless you feel you can do this in a safe way and you know that there are people, who you can trust to believe you. And when you have, people on your side, who can vouch for everything. Other than that, it's not even really worth it. As long as you know who they are. One of the strongest weapons against the narcissist is knowing. So as long as you can stand on that, they know in the back of their head that they can't continue to get over on you. They can't continue to string you along and abuse you and manipulate you. They know that, none of the tricks will work anymore because they don't have that power over you. So that's like one of the second ways that the mask slips from the narc. And the third way is kind of confusing because it's like, again, you know who they are, even though it's hard to prove it. The narc know that, they can't fool you anymore, but they can fool other people. And you'll sometimes see the narcissist become a different person. They go into a whole nother character mode and they become someone who you're okay with dealing with. It's like if you can be this way all the time. And a lot of times when we are involved with a narcissist, we're so used to seeing, the monster in them, to we'll do anything just to not to have to deal with that for one day. And when the narc, they become this stranger sometimes, it's like, oh, okay, I like you this way. And you're okay with it. And you've agreed to continue to deal with them. But that's not healthy. That's not healthy for us. It's not healthy to, to subject yourself to that type of abuse, because it is abuse. One day they're showing you a different side of them, and then the next day they're abusing you again. And nobody deserves that. And once you realize that you deserve better, you're not gonna agree to dealing with those type of situations. So it's like you have to let the narc know that, I'm setting these boundaries with you, and either you're going to abide by it, or, you're just going to have to understand the fact that I don't have to deal with you at all. But again, when the narc, they show you this different person, it's like, it's like you like that person. That's kind of what they did in the beginning of the relationship, but it's still not all the same, because this person is a whole new person from who you met. And it's like they're just putting on an act, and they're putting on an act in front of other people. And, the mask slips, but the mask slips to a whole new person. It doesn't slip to the monster behind the mask. It's like they keep that buried deep down inside, and they become undone only when you expose them, or they become undone when they feel rejected. So now it's like they're on a volume or something. It's like they're just on a whole new level, like a whole different person that you're dealing with. So that's just another way that the mask kind of slips, and you don't even know who that is at that point. But if you call them out in that moment, you know, that's a sign of rejection for the narc. And of course, they don't take rejection very well. That's when the mask will slip again. So it's like they wear two masks sometimes. They wear the mask of being the person who you met, and underneath that mask is the person who they have just, you know, created in that moment. The person who you wouldn't mind them being, like, for real. Like, if you can just be like this forever, we'll be good. And then underneath that mask is the monster. Is the one who, you know, they show their ugly face that first time and you will never forget it. But again, it's up to us to decide what we're not going to be a part of, and take a stand and take power over our own lives and decide that, you know, you can be who you're going to be, but I'm not going to allow you to abuse me with it. It's up to us to make those type of decisions. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. I know it's short. I've been off from work for the Christmas break all last week. Off this week. I think I'll go back to work next Tuesday. So I just been kind of relaxing and enjoying my little Christmas vacation. And that's it. Not really too much looking forward to going back to work. But, you know, that's all I want to talk about in this video. I hope everybody been pretty good. Leave your thoughts down below. You know, if you've ever had to deal with something like this, if you ever noticed this about the narc, and share your stories. I would love to hear about it. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.